another intra-club match between the young guns led by James Earnshaw and the old guard led by Dom Bransden. Now, we had quite a successful game last time. A lot of action with the old guard coming out on top, proving just a little bit too strong for the young men. So let's see if that dominance can continue going forward. We have a few things to look forward to here. Brand new uniforms for both sides. And now, as you can see, personalized names on the scoreboard. So won't keep you waiting. Let's get into it. Already have a new contributor in the live chat. Hello, Bron. Nice to see you. Hope your trip back from Wales was quick and easy. And what do people think is going to happen out here today? Got a slightly older pitch. It's green and dry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so we'll see how that goes
for this T20 between universities and the old boys. I'm Michael Slater, and this is James Taylor.
Hi, Slats.
And of course, we've got a couple of changes here with Stefan Borsley coming into the lineup for the old guard. Patrick Jess dropping out so that he can umpire.
Should be a good one.
So Stefan's debut in the side, and we see here the new uniforms, both of course featuring our club sponsor Asher. And the old guard win the toss. What's Dom gonna do? And the old guard have chosen to bat first. Interesting call here. Slightly used pitch. There's some cracks around, so theory could be it could wear out a bit. But we have McLennan and Hay to open up.
The bowler's ready to start running in. Let's go.
Right, and here we go. McPherson to bowl the first over. Aggressive field here with two slips in place. First ball's driven out to the covers. And it's a dot. Now McLennan and Hay got off to a fairly good start last time round. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery there from McPherson. Looked like it just held its line a little bit. McPherson in again for ball number 3. Bowling to McLennan, who's leaning on that one out to cover.
The dots are really putting the
fielded by Price, 3 dots in a row. Now McPherson had an expensive outing last time, so it'll be interesting to see what he does this time round. And again to McLennan, who's pulling. It's one of his favourite shots. Gets it away. And he's overstepped as well. Good fielding there out on the boundary, but can't stop 3. Great running from the old guard. And the no ball makes 4 with a free hit coming up. And we have Joshua Hayes' stats. 43 his high score, not really indicating how destructive he can be, and he gets a free hit first ball. McPherson into Hay, it's down leg, hit up in the air, over wide mid-on, out to the boundary, 1 bounce, 4. And how these things can change. Such a tidy start for McPherson. But Hayes gotten rid of that one. And suddenly 8 runs off the first 4 balls. And McPherson answer back. He's in again to Hay. Shorter, punch off the back foot, fielded by short mid wicket. I think that's Haynes down there. Dan likes it. Final ball of the first over. McPherson into Hayes, punching off the back foot. Can't beat the field.
Fairly tight in that over.
Decent over, apart from those 2 balls, and that really cost him.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end.
Now we have Armstrong in. Second of the young guns, 3 fast bowlers. One fired in, swinging in towards leg stump. Flicked out towards fine leg by McLennan. Another single. Armstrong in once more, shorter. Diving in the field by mid-wicket. Can't stop a single though. Armstrong in again, swinging in towards the leg stump. Played out to square leg. That's Koshi there doing the fielding, I think. Bron says his mum says hi. Hi Bex, how you doing? As Armstrong's in once more, short ball edged through the slips. Earnshaw didn't have anyone in there. Out to the boundary for 4. Bit of luck here for McLennan. And the old guard moved through to 14. Armstrong in again to McLennan, flicked out towards mid-wicket. Well fielded. It's another dot ball. Last ball of the second over. Armstrong fairly tidy so far. Short this time to McLennan.
Hit away.
Pulling it away towards the boundary. Well fielded out there at fine leg. Keeps it to 2.
Fielding there. Good return.
Not too bad from either side there.
And it'll just be 2. Oh, we've got a bowling change already. Madhav Kathari in to replace McPherson. So Kathari into Hay. Oh, and Hayes quickly onto that one, cutting it out to the backward point boundary. 4 runs. Not a great start there for Kathari. Beautiful shot by Hay. On top of it, kids, if you're watching at home, that's how you play the cut shot. Bit of work here for Madhav now. Needs to come back. He's in, bowling to Hay. Closer to leg stump that time. He's just punched it off the back foot. Hay found the gap, and it's going to go out to the boundary for 4.
4 runs.
Beautiful shot from Hay. Dari in again. 8 already off the over. Short this time. It's pulled in the air. Just out to fine leg. Armstrong does the fielding. It's 1 run. The old guard really on top at the moment. Run rate 10 and over. Earnshaw will be worried. As Kathari's in once more. It's outside off stump. Punched into the covers. No run. That's more like it. Captain will be wanting Kathari just to settle things down here a bit. And he's done that 2 balls in a row now with this ball being punched out into the covers. Don't know who that is. It looks like Dan, but without the... I think it might be Tommy Fines there. And anyway, Kathari's in. Outside edge. Down to 3rd man. This one will be a single.
End of the over. Haynes.
And that's the end of the over. Another bowling change. Well, Earnshaw bringing the changes here. Alex Haynes in to replace Dan Armstrong. Shorter ball this time. Punched out to mid-off. Abbott there does the fielding. Good start from Haynes. He's in again. Oh, an aggressive
super
stroke
shot.
there by McLennan. Muscles it up and over cover. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Haynes into McLennan again. McLennan on 15. Oh, he's gone after this one. That's up and over mid-off.
Nothing
2
wrong with that
bounces
delivery.
out
Just
to the
a superb
boundary.
shot.
Another 4 runs. A lot of bottom hand in that stroke, but got enough of it. Captain having a word with his bowler. Not the start he would have wanted here, Earnshaw. McLennan 19, Hay 14. Haynes in again, slightly down the
Plays
leg
that
side, and
nicely along the
McLennan's got a lot of that one. Out through mid-wicket. 4 more. Beautiful stroke. Two left in the over. Haynes already gone for 12. This one's punched out into the covers. Dot ball. Final ball of the 4th over. Guard's flying away here. Can't get this one away, McLennan.
All their shots in the over.
38 now from 4. And it's Kathari to continue. He's coming around the wicket this time to Hay. Driven, well fielded there. At short cover. Aaron Koshi, I think, there, doing the diving stop. Tharian again, short this time. Bit of a top edge down towards fine leg. And they'll just get the single.
They take a single.
Thari back to over the wicket to McLennan now. Short again. Oh, and it's gone over 40's head. Out to the boundary for 4. Is it going to be buys? Yes, it is. Well, they really didn't need that. Kathari in once more. Bowling to McLennan. He's forward, hitting it in the air, over mid-wicket. Out to the boundary for 4. Some class batting here shown by McLennan. Kathari in once more. Ball the over. Oh, he's chipped it up again. Again over mid-wicket. And again out to the boundary for 4. And that's the 50 up. Already 50 partnership between these two. And it's come in no time at all. Last ball of the over. Kathari in. Oh, and he's beaten him. That's a better delivery.
All over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with him.
Armstrong coming
Oh, and
back
Armstrong's
into the
back
attack.
into the attack. Hello, Bron. I see your messages, but I'm trying to commentate here. Anyway, Dan Armstrong into the attack, bowling around the wicket to Hay. Hay's gone after that one. Got a lot of it through the covers. Out to the boundary, 4 more. The old guard really taking advantage of these fielding restrictions. Hay moves on to 19. None for 55. Better ball by Armstrong, tighter into the stumps. He can only drive that out to mid-off. Ron, you can ask a question indeed. And anyone else who wants to can also. The old guard, none for 55. Armstrong into Hay. Hay just tries to muscle that through the covers. Can't beat Findsy there. Hay on strike, he's on 19 from just 12 deliveries. Armstrong into him. He's placed that well in front of square. Just leant on it. Let the pace do the work. And Yasson's chasing hard, but he can't reach it. Out to the boundary for 4. Well placed there by Hay. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Have I done my own avatar in this game? Yes, I have. He's coming in at number 4 for the old guard. And that's a beautiful shot from Hay. Armstrong goes short, and he picks it up, bashes it through mid-wicket, onto it in a flash. Another 4 runs. Really are scoring in boundaries here. The old guard, Hay, moves through to 27. None for 63. Armstrong in again. Last ball of the over. Cut away, can't beat backward point.
Universities can now have 5 fielders outside the circle. The right armour is the new bowler from the pavilion end.
Another new bowler for the young guns. Just trying anything at the moment to stem the flow of runs. Abbott into the attack. First ball, McLennan trying to run that down fine. Gets an inside edge. Just a single. If anyone has a good film to watch on Netflix, recommendation for a 10-year-old boy, Ron is asking in the chat. In the meantime, we have Abbott into bowl. It's a beautiful delivery, swinging into the stumps, and he's given.
This partnership got going well, but the bowler was able to break.
Tom Abbott strikes. The question is, will he go upstairs? We had some questionable decisions in the first match, and the answer is no.
On their way back after a powerful innings.
No, Josh Hay goes for 27. That brings Stan Franklin to the crease. Plenty of time left, and a healthy run rate. Exactly what the captain wanted. Oh, not the captain. But Stan wanted to come out to, as he's cut this first ball out to the cover sweeper. It's just a single. So a great start here for Abbott. Abbott in again. Finds the edge, it flies down to third man. Armstrong does the fielding down there. It's another single. Run rate just slipping under 10 now. And a tidy start for Abbott. He's into Franklin. Franklin leaves this one alone. I was hoping for a wide there. Doesn't get it. Bish in once more. Short this time. Franklin punches it out to mid-off. And that's a fantastic over. A wicket, not many runs, and might just start to turn the tide here for the young guns. Armstrong in again. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Good late movement. Beats McLennan outside off stump. Armstrong in once more. This one's straighter at the stumps. McLennan's picked that up in the air. There was a man back, and he's taken the catch, but he's over the boundary. Oh, that's a big mistake, and 6 to Ross McLennan. Armstrong in again, ducked this time by McLennan. And we see Pat there, umpire Pat, giving the signal. Armstrong in once more, outside off stump, just leant on, but can't beat short cover. Hello to 40 in the chat. It's nice to see someone else making some noise. 2 balls left in the over. Armstrong in, full, and Ross goes after it.
Nice save there.
It can only edge it down to third man. It'll be a single. Last ball of the over. 7.5 gone. The old guard 1 for 73. Stands just
plays that
leaning on that. Along the ground, out to Haynes at mid-on. But just bringing it back here a little bit. The young guns. Abbott now to McLennan. Shorter and wider, but can't beat Yasson there at point. Fish into bowl again. Short, and it's hooked in the air. He's got it in the gap though. Between the two players out on the boundary, well placed. 4 runs. McLennan is a good hooker and puller. Abbott in again, this one's full, flicked off his pads, out to deep square leg.
One more to the score.
Another one. Earnshaw just adjusting his field. Franklin struggling a bit at the moment. Another outside edge down to third man. Again for a single. 1 for 79 the score. Abbott doing a good job here. 2 balls left in his second over. 1 for 9. Fish in, bowls, it's at leg stump, flicked through mid-wicket, but there is a man back, it's Kathari, fires it in, it's just 1. Final ball now of the 9th over, 1 for 80, the old guard. This one's punched down the ground by Franklin. Unnecessary dive there by Haynes, but does the job. Under 9 and over now. And Earnshaw again going with pace. McPherson back into the attack. He was mostly tidy in that first over. First ball's lent on by McLennan out to deep mid wicket. Another single. So, what do you reckon will be a good score here? 65 balls left. Ferson into Franklin. Another outside edge for Franklin. And another single to the old guard.
1 run added.
You've got to think with this start and so many wickets left in hand that they'll be looking at 170 plus. Maybe even close to 200 if these two can really get going. Ferson's into McLennan, who's just leaning on that one. Hasn't timed this particularly well, and Franklin wants 2. McLennan comes back for it. Good running there. Moves the total through to 84. McLennan now on 49. McPherson into him. He's going hard at it, up and over extra cover. 2, 3, 4 bounces to the boundary, and it's a good way to bring up your 50. Pat signals 4.
The postman is taking a really good approach to this.
And McLennan brings up his first 50 of the series. It's good to see him out there. Two balls left in the over. 8 off it already. Clemens across the stumps, flicking down to third, fine leg. Just a single.
3 for 1.
Again, Earnshaw trying to adjust his field. Last ball of the 10th over, nearly at the halfway stage. Person in. Franklin punches it out to short cover. Finds he does the fielding. And here we have McLennan's spider. Of course, that 160 was caught on the boundary. Aside from that, runs coming square of the wicket. Both sides. Well, through the covers. It's been a good innings so far. I'd like to see some straight hitting from him though.
Let's see how they go.
And in comes the captain Earnshaw. Coming around the wicket to McLennan. First ball's chipped up in the air. Out to deep mid-wicket. Risky shot.
One run there.
Especially just for one. Continuing around the wicket now, Earnshaw. Franklin this time, who's 3 off 8. Oh, Franklin's come around that one. Chipped it up and over third man.
Just once on the way to the boundary, 4 runs.
Must have been a slightly quicker ball from Earnshaw. And Franklin, look at the leverage on that. Nearly killed 40. Behind the wicket there. Out to the boundary for 4. What can Earnshaw reply with? Short down leg. Punched away through mid-wicket. Now just get a single this time. 1 for 95. Franklin moves through to 8. Earnshaw in again. This time McLennan flicks it straight at... I think that's Koshi there at short mid-wicket. Two left in the over. Earnshaw in. Outside off stump. McLennan's back. Gets that up and over backward point. Hell of a shot that. Gets it out to the boundary against the spin. Oh, look at that leverage. Earnshaw in again. Last ball of the over. 10 off it already. As the batsman coming forward, that's a better length you've got to think. And into the 11th over, 1 for 99. Old guard making a bit of hay here. As McPherson continues. Bowling to Franklin, short, punched off the back foot. Surprising they don't go for a single there. Abbott cleans up, it's a dot ball. McPherson in again to Franklin. Short, cut hard and taken by Yason. Good catch. Kept his head. It's a fair way away from his body. But he makes it look easy there, Yason. See a replay. Short, wide. Deserved the treatment. Franklin hit it well, but straight at Yason. Takes a good catch. And Franklin's vigil comes to an end. 8 from 12. Now, in comes James Crooks. He'll be looking to really push into the 20th over. First ball's full, driven straight. And they get a single. Crooks off the mark, first ball.
And through for 1.
And that's the 100 up too. McPherson to McLennan now. And finds the edge of McLennan's bat down to third man. Just another single. Not much for umpire Pat to do at the moment. McPherson in again. 5th ball of the over. Crooks is back, pulling. Gets it into the gap. Will it beat the man? Yes, it will. Just picked that up. Wasn't even that short, Crooks. Works it behind square. Gets nice and low. Good fast hands. 4 runs. Last ball of the over. McPherson in again to Crooks, who's across his stumps. Not a pretty shot, but it's effective. As it runs out to backward square for a single.
Not too bad from either side there.
And it's a decent over by McPherson. Gets the wicket of Franklin.
Has been bowling well here. Comes back on from the pavilion end.
And we have Alex Haynes replacing the captain, James Earnshaw. He's bowling wide of the crease. Little feather through potentially there. He's been given.
Huge wicket. The batsman has been in impressive form lately.
I didn't hear anything up here. I wonder if they'll challenge that. Good take by 40. And Crooks goes. Danger man, caught forward, bowled Haynes for 6. Couple of wickets in a couple of overs and could have changed things here. Bransden, the captain, comes out to the crease to join McLennan, and McLennan really just needs someone to stick around with him.
Yes.
First ball to Bransden, edge down to third man.
First ball and he's off the mark.
And yes, he's off the mark. Haynes in again, full, driven straight at Findsy there, at cover. Three balls gone in the over, only 1 run off it so far. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery from Haynes.
That, but missed times.
Looked like one of his trademark off-cutters. And again to McLennan. One straighter at leg stump, and McLennan's got a lot of that.
6.
I was worried about it being caught, but he's found the gap, and not only that, he's hit it out of the park. Good connection from McLennan. 6 runs. What's Haynes' reply? Full. Looked again like that off-cutter, driven out to Findsy. Dot ball. Fantastic over from Alex Haynes. The old guard 3 for 113. 7 overs left. Person continuing. Oh, it's got to be a sore one there for Bransden. Looked like an inside edge onto his body. Don't rub it, mate. As McPherson continues. Bull, this time driven straight at cover. Finds Fields. It's another dot ball. Third ball of the over. McPherson in short, again punched at the covers.
This is really good, precise bowling.
Findsy getting excited. I think he got a bit close there. Makes the stop anyway. Fourth ball of the over for McPherson.
Yep.
This one's driven again through the covers. Finds the gap this time. Out to the sweeper. It'll just be 1.
They'll get a single.
Two balls left to McPherson's spell. Bowling to McLennan. It's outside off stump. He's got a lot of that one. Up and over extra cover. Out to the boundary for 4. Well, he bowls 1 or 2 of these balls every over, McPherson. That's why he's 1 for 29. Last ball. This one's just punched out to mid-off. Abbott there does the fielding. Good finish from McPherson. Haynes continuing from the pavilion end. Short ball, inside edge. Heard that one. And the umpire gives it. Another wicket for Alex Haynes. Another catch for Henry Ford. Didn't hear a lot of him in the first game. But he's not made a mistake here. Decent inside edge. 40 takes the catch. And Bransden goes. 4 for 118. Just wheels falling off a little bit here for the old guard.
Smith has their first ball to face here.
And it's a top-heavy lineup, so we'll see what happens here. Smith in. First ball, beautiful delivery from Alex Haynes.
That entirely great bowling.
Bish thinks it's close. 2 for 19, the bowling figures of Haino at the moment. He's in again. Ball punches this one off the back foot. Scamper through for a single.
And he's off the mark with that one.
4 for 119. McLennan really the key man here now for the old guard as this one's full. He's edged it into the ground. Good keeping by 40. It's a dot ball. Run rate down around 8 and over now. This one's lent on. Over wide mid on. There is a man back. Coming back for 2. Oh, good throw in.
He plays that
All
nicely.
may have been short
Gets
there.
2.
Good running, however. And they get back for 2. And it's a no ball, so we've got a free hit coming up.
The bowler will know the batsman will be looking to hit
Oh,
this
no
into the
excuses
stump.
for that,
How will
Hano.
he counter?
Not at your pace. Free hit now for McLennan. Interesting choice there. Just kind of leans on that one through the cover. No real aggression shown. And it's a dot ball. Haynes into McLennan again. McLennan's across the stumps. This is up in the air. I think this is out of here.
Superb shot.
Yes, it is. Over the boundary again. His 3rd maximum of the innings.
The right armour is coming into
And
the
an
attack
expensive
from
finish to the
University.
over from Hano. The old guard 4 for 128. 5 overs left. Got to be looking at 170. Short ball here by Abbott. Big bottom edge from Smith. 40 does well there. Good hands from that young man. Abbott in again. Again an edge into the ground. Again 40 does well. Getting hands from Les. Third ball of the over. Abbott in, strikes Smith on the body. Batsmen are coming through for a leg bye. And unnecessary dive there from McLennan. Because they were through comfortably. And that gets McLennan back on strike. Fish in again. Oh, McLennan's gone after that one. He's got a lot of it. Up and over extra cover. 1 bounce 4. Top shot that. Just on a length and he really got underneath it. Again using a lot of his bottom hand. McLennan moves on to 82. Abbott in again, short and punched out to Findsy in the covers. Last ball of the 16th over, 4 for 133. This one's pulled behind square. McLennan's got a lot of that. There's a man back.
4 runs, the bowler
Can't
will
cut
not
it off,
fall
though.
deserve to be smacked to the boundary.
4 more and that's 9 off the over. McLennan on 86. Smith just the 1. As Haynes continues into his last over. Full inside edge onto pad. 40 showing off his arm a bit there. Haynes in again to Smith. Gets a leading edge this time. Batsman scamper through for another single. Four for 138. McLennan on strike. He's on 86. Haynes bowling to him. Goes after it, but again it's another edge. Haynes after this himself. The batsmen are coming back for 2. Oh, and fantastic running. Great running there by this pair. 140 up now for the old guard. Haynes in again. This one's full and hit firmly out through mid-wicket. Well fielded out there on the boundary. Keeps it to 1. Saved 3 runs there. 2 balls left in Hano's 4th over. Outside off stump, top edge, over the top of 40. A lot of height on that edge. Batsmen are back for 2.
And 2 runs added.
Smith moves on to 4. 4 for 143. Last ball of the 17th over. Leading edge from Smith, and they're through quickly for one.
Ends that over.
And good spell from Haynes comes to an end. Good, but a little expensive.
Daffy coming back on to bowl.
And Madhav Kathari back into the attack. You would think he might bowl the 18th and 20th overs here, but the captain's been chopping and changing. That first was a beautiful in-swinger. Smith can't get anything on that. 4 for 144, the old guard. Dav in. Paul gets a leading edge. Out to mid-off.
One more to the score.
Another single. Kathari into McLennan, who's on 89. McLennan trying to drive that, can't beat short third man. And it's a dot ball. Tidy over so far from Kathari, just the one off it. 4 for 145. Kathari in. McLennan just leans on this one, gets it through the gap there at mid-wicket. That's been coming back for two.
Split decision there.
Oh, fantastic running from Smith. Running to the danger end. Stepped on the gas the whole way. And the batsman back for two comfortably. That moves McLennan on to 91. Kathari in. 2 balls left in the over. McLennan's across his stumps, just leaning on that one through square leg. It'll be a single.
He's edged closer and closer to a century.
4 for 148. It's been a very good over from Kathari. It's into Smith. Going after that one. Big inside edge. Fine leg is back and does well to cut it off. Smith gets back for 2.
Daffy has done well in that over.
That's the 150 up for the old guard with 2 overs left.
Coming into the attack
And we have Armstrong finishing up following the 19th. Not a great day for him. 9 and over. Bowling to McLennan. Oh, he's hit that firmly out towards the cover sweeper. Nearly carries. Good effort out there on the boundary. Keeps it to 1. Armstrong in once more. Bowling to Smith, plays and misses.
Oh, beating him with the change of pace there.
It's a good line outside off stump. Armstrong in again, 3rd ball of the over. Bowling to Smith. Plays us through the onside. Batsman are through for 1.
And through for 1.
4 for 152. Really done well here, the young guns, to stem the flow of runs. As McLennan hits this one up and over extra cover. There's the man back, so it'll just be 1.
And they get a single there.
But at one stage, it looked like the old guard were going to get even potentially up close to 200. Really slammed the brakes on the second half. As Armstrong's into Smith. Finds the outside edge, it flies through backward point. Seagal's chasing after it, it's slowing up, but he can't get there. Out to the boundary for 4. So, bit of luck for Smith. Armstrong's in again to finish. Last ball of his 4th over. Goldsmith goes after that, another edge. Flies through the slips, there's no one there. Out to the boundary for 4. And a great over. Really marred by the lack of a 3rd man. Kathari in to bowl the final over of the innings. Bowling to McLennan, who's cutting
Cuts
this
that
one,
nicely,
finds the
runs
gap,
away for 4.
out to the boundary for 4. Moves McLennan up to 98. Cathari in again. McLennan's around it, gets it down to fine leg, just through for the single. That's 99 for him.
On to 99.
The old guard 4 for 166. $170 will be a minimum from here as Cathari's into Smith. Leading edge out to short cover, it's a dot ball. Smith really needs to get McLennan back on strike here. As Cathari's in again, Smith big inside edge. Down to fine leg and it'll be a single. That brings McLennan on strike, he's 99. 2 balls left in the innings. Cathari in, it's wide outside off stump, but a lot of movement.
Going to need to bowl
And
that
that's a
one again.
wide, Pat's
signal.
given it. 50 partnership comes up with that wide. And Cathari has to bowl it again. Gone full, it struck McLennan on the pad.
Trapped in front there.
No decision yet from Pat. No, he says.
That looked really close.
Will there be a challenge? No challenge. No challenge. McLennan survives on 99. Final ball of the innings. Can he get the run he needs? He's hit this up
Oh,
straight.
great shot.
There's no one back. Will it get out to the boundary? Yes, it does. That's the 100 for Ross McLennan. Oh, and it's well deserved too. He's batted so well. After a disappointing outing in the first match, we only got 19. He's really come through here. And interesting, I thought Haynes did enough to stop that, but 4 runs to McLennan. Look at that wagon wheel. 6 is square of the wicket on the onside. Plenty of 4s through the covers. And that last straight shot for 4 got him over the mark. 103 from 66 deliveries.
I enjoyed that innings. Saw some nice shots with some powerful
You'd have to think
hitting.
he's
Yeah,
odds on
good
for man of the
total
match
defend
here. And here we have the scorecard for the old guard, and of course it's dominated by that 103. Josh Hayes started off with a hiss and a roar, and Paul Smith provided adequate, more than adequate backup. Bit disappointing for that middle order though. As we now have the young guns out to bat, with Phil Pass to bowl the first over. Of course, Segal and Koshi proved unlikely bashes last time round, as this first ball's helped up over square leg by Segal. Just one to the man out on the boundary, but he's off the mark first ball. Here we have Koshi, strike rate 127.8. That's unlike him. But pass in, couple of slips in place. Koshi just leans on that one through cover point. Through for a single.
Gets off the mark.
Both batsmen off the mark. In answer to your question, James, I have not touched your decision making or judgment skills. Phil in again. This one's worked behind square. He's got quite a lot of that, Segal. Think about 2, the batsman, but have to settle for 1.
More.
Pass in again. This one's shorter, punched off the back foot. Out to Hay at cover. Tidy start this from Phil Pass. It's in again. Koshi goes after it, and there's no one at mid-on. So it's a safe shot.
4 runs there. Super shot.
Runs out to the boundary for 4. That's the first boundary of this young guns innings. Oh, high on the bat. Young Guns none for 7. Last ball. Shorter outside off stump. Punched out to mid-off. Just the 7 off it.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end.
And Dom has Angus Stewart opening up from the other end. Of course, a big contrast in the bowling in these two sides. Lots of medium pace bowlers here for the old guard, compared to the 3 quicks for the young guns. See how this pitch deals with the medium paces. Good start from Angus. Oh, and that one's lofted up over the extra cover. 1 bounce, 4 runs. It's a beautiful shot, Yason. Oh, who taught him how to play that? Using all of that bare bat. Anguson once more. This one's hit straight. Fielder mid-off. That's the unfortunate sprite of JT. Stewart in again. That one's going to be a wide.
That one missed everything, and then some.
Well, decent start here for the young guns. Stewart in once more. Shorter, punched off the back foot. Again, just out to mid-off. Two balls left in the over. Stewart in again to Seagal, who's muscling that straight up over the field. 1 bounce for 4 again. Seagal normally not strong off the front foot. Got a lot of that one. Final ball of the over. Stewart in, that's a better line.
A few too many away in that over.
As Seagal playing and missing. None for 16. After 2. Seagal 10, Koshi 5. Asked to continue. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke from Koshi. He's just leant on it off the back foot through the covers.
Goes for 4.
Out to the boundary for 4. Oh, pretty to watch. Pass to continue. Koshi again on the back foot, trying to play it through the covers, this time fielded. And there's no run. Young Guns, none for 20. Pass in again to Koshi. It's short, he's pulling. Hasn't got all of it though, it's just out to deep square leg. Miller's out there, does the fielding. Puts Koshi into double figures, both batsmen on 10. As pass bowls to Seagal, who's across his stumps. Just playing out to square leg. Two balls left in the 3rd over. Pass bowls shorter this time, and Seagal's punching off the back foot. Slows down, but beats the man to the fence. Another pretty 4 for the young guns. Seagal showing all of his shots today. He moves on to 14. Down for 25. Last ball of the 3rd over. Back again, punching out to the covers. Fielded this time. Three overs gone, and the young guns round about the required rate as Stewart continues. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Just hold its line. Koshi trying to go after it. Misses out. Stewart in again to Koshi. Oh, he's on that in a flash. Little bit short. Koshi's back and he pummels it through mid-wicket. Oh. Stewart in once more. Shorter this time. Koshi's cutting. There is a man back now at deep cover. Keeps it to 1. Surprising that Angus can even get the ball up over shoulder height, but that's the one for the over. Stewart in again, has Seagal playing forward. Out to cover, it's a dot ball. Two left in the 4th over, none for 30. Again, Seagal's playing back and towards the covers, it's another dot ball. Interesting here. Bransden had 2 in the slips, has now dropped 1 out. Kind of got a close gully. In for Stewart, he's in bowls, and this one's launched up and over cover. 1 bounce, 4 runs for Seagal.
From the moment it left the bat.
None for 34 after 4. 8.5 and over. Pass to continue. It's none for 16. Koshi's after this one, gets it over cover as well. Didn't quite get all of it, but found a gap. Another boundary. Koshi moves on to 19 from 11. Seagal at the other end, 18 from 14. Passes into Bolt. That's a beautiful
On the drive,
delivery.
but can't connect. Really misjudged that.
Pass in once more. Oh, and again. Just moving in and off a length. Koshi not good enough to find the edge. 4th ball of the over. Pass in short. Punch through the covers. Along the ground. Might as well call that a Koshi special. Beats Hay out to the boundary. 4 more. Two balls left in the over. Passes in. Short ball. That's a good short ball. Koshi tries to go after it. No damage done in the end. Pass to finish now. Oh, Koshi gets a lot of that one.
Good shot.
Up and over extra cover. 1 bounce. 4 runs.
The right armour is coming into the attack
Oh,
from the university.
very different tactics here. From Dom Bransden, the old guard. Spin early. Franklin into the attack.
Nice shot that
Seagal
one.
first ball's right around his stumps. Plays it out towards a vacant fine leg area. And it trickles out to the boundary.
Good batting from these two.
That's the
partnership is
50
now
up.
at 50.
So, 2 good opening partnerships in this game. And you've got to say, the young gun's well placed here. Franklin,
Plays and misses.
flatter this time, beats him outside off stump. That's a bit of ball. Franklin in again. Oh, and he's knocked out his off pole.
All ends up by that.
It's a short delivery. It's a regular off spinner, and Seagal's played all round it. In fact, it's taken out off stump and middle. Partnership is broken. And Seagal goes for 22. 5 fours in that effort. So it was a lot of standard deliver. Partnership is broken though. And that brings the captain, James Earnshaw, to the crease. A lot of pressure on this man.
The batsman
Short
once
down
again
leg.
strike turning over.
Not given as a wide. Surprising. And it is Pat at this end. Interesting call. Franklin in again. Strikes Earnshaw on the pad. Don't go through for the single.
Really good, precise bowling. Another dot ball.
Little bit of a nervy start here for Earnshaw, I think. Franklin in again. Last ball. Reverse sweep from Earnshaw. Well, that's one way to get off the mark. As it's through a gap at cover. Batsman are back for 2. Hay does the fielding. Good throw in from the boundary.
The captain now has 3 more fielders to work
And
outside
a really
the
good
circle.
over from Franklin. Comes to an end.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack
And
from the pavilion end.
2 bowling changes here. We see David Miller into the attack to replace Phil Pass. Miller into Koshi. Oh, big inside edge there. Earnshaw calls him through. Another 1 to the total. Koshi moves to 28. Young Guns 1 for 53. Miller into Earnshaw, who's back and cutting. Can't beat the field. So, little bobble there from Hay. Still a dot ball. Of course, Earnshaw. Not the best record in August for the club, so he'll be a bit nervous. Goes hard at that one. Can't beat the man at third man. Does look like a nervous man at the crease. 2 from 5 so far. 4th ball of the over for Miller. Bowls to Earnshaw. Trying to go hard at that one. Has he been dropped?
Catch those.
He has been dropped at cover. Oh, that could be an important moment in this game. Hay puts Earnshaw down. Is that the little bit of luck he needed? Miller in again. Down leg strikes Earnshaw on the body.
Just a lack of concentration there.
Last ball of the over for Miller. Bowling to Earnshaw. Outside edge, and McLennan's dropped him too.
Bowling. End of the over.
2 drop catches in that over, only 1 run off it, but Earnshaw survives. Oh my word. Oh my word. In the meantime, Franklin continues bowling to Koshi, who, just like the casual veteran he is, leans on it out to deep point.
They'll get one there.
Just for 1. Brings Earnshaw back on strike. 2 from 8. Short and outside off. Earnshaw can't get anything on it. Surprisingly animated there from Paul. Franklin in again. That one's got to be given as a wide.
That one missed.
Yep,
everything.
even Pat can't
And then
deny
some.
that. 1 for 55. Franklin in again. Earnshaw's back, cutting, gets it through the gap. They'll get 1 out to deep point.
1 run added.
Moves Earnshaw on to 3. Franklin 1 for 9 from 1.3 overs. It's bowling to Koshi. Koshi's across his stumps. Gets that up and over.
Didn't quite
Fine
make it
leg.
through.
1 bounce.
and 4.
Just inside the boundary. 4 runs. Classy stroke there. Oh, look how low he gets. Brilliant light feet from Koshi. He's on 33. Franklin and again. Koshi's powering that. Out to deep mid-wicket. Little bit of a misfield there. I think that's Crooks just pushing the ball into the field of play. Batsmen are back for 2.
2 runs added to the scoreboard.
One for 62. 111 needed from 73. Oh, Koshi, that's beautiful. Leans back,
Oh,
hits it
great
up
shot.
over third man. One bounce, 4 more.
Left arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
And another change in the bowling. Josh Hay into the attack, left arm over. Bowling to Earnshaw, strikes him on the leg.
Oh,
Earnshaw's
nice bowling.
really struggling here. 3 from 11. The Young Guns, 1 for 66. Earnshaw leading edge that time, and I think he's caught.
But did the batsman get anything on it?
Umpire's
What a
given it,
magnificent take.
and
Diving
Earnshaw's
takes a
stay at the
big
crease
wicket.
comes to an end, finally. After giving away 2 opportunities, it's third time lucky, and yet that's all leading edge. Beautiful diving catch by Hay. Out to his right, his bad hand. Oh, how has he done that? And Earnshaw goes caught and bowled Hay for 3. 2 for 66 now the Young Guns. And that brings Tommy Fines with an average of 1 to the
Finns
crease.
is the new batsman.
Josh Hay continuing. Finesy back, pulling. In his usual stiff way. Out to
And
the
he's
boundary
off the
rider.
mark.
Just a single. And no, James, in case you're asking, I have not changed your stats whatsoever. That's just you in August. Josh bowls again to Koshi.
Shot
Koshi's got
straight
after
down
that
the
one.
wicket.
1 bounce, 4 runs, and this is an assault again by Aaron Koshi. 2 matches in a row. Beautiful stroke. .43 from 22 for Aaron Koshi. Josh in again, 5th ball. Beautiful delivery.
Times that one.
Wow, a lot of movement there off the wicket. Wonder if that was a leg cutter. Last ball of the over. Hay to Koshi. Koshi again goes hard and straight.
Great shot.
Again gets it over the field. And again, 4 runs. Oh, this is just dominant
Right
batting
arm
here from
is
Aaron
coming on
Koshi.
to bowl from the university end.
Oh, interesting. James Crooks into the bowling attack for the first time this series. Not needed in the first game. See how he does here. Bowling to Finesy. Finesy's back. Plays it out to cover. Good warm-up ball to start. 116 kilometers an hour from Crooksy. And again, this one's driven out to the deep cover boundary.
Another
Just the
run
single.
added to the score.
97 from 64 required. And it's the danger man, Aaron Koshi on strike. He's on 47. Goes after that one. It's just struck on the pad. It's a dot ball. .97 from 63 now. Brooks in, shorter this time.
Nice
Koshi
shot, that
muscles that through the covers. Is it going to go all the way? Yep, it beats the man, and that's 50 for Aaron Koshi.
Ball rapidly reaching 50. Super batting.
11 falls to the man nicknamed the Wall. And he's really come into his own here in this 2020 format. But he's got to continue. The Young Guns are going to get this total.
Yes.
Finds the edge this time, Crooks. It's going to be 4 more for Koshi, though. Beats the man at short third man. And bit of luck this time for Koshi. But they all count. He moves on to 55. 2 for 84. Last ball of the 10th over. Crooks in. Koshi drives out to cover.
Couldn't
It's a
do
dot
much
ball.
against that bowling. Nice over.
Here we see Koshi's spider. 4s everywhere. He's just been aggressive all around the ground. And we have Hay to continue. The halfway stage, 2 for 84. Young Guns have to be pleased with that. Finds he just leaning on that one out to deep square leg. Should note, this is now his highest score for the side. He's up to 3. Josh Hay in again. This time Takashi finds the edge. This time down to third man. Just be a single. He moves on to 56 from 29. What a whirlwind innings this has been. Hay in again to finds.
Wait there.
Shorter has him punching off the back foot. Can't beat Phil there at mid-on. Three balls left in the over. Finds the outside edge there. Finds his bat. Bit slow to react, the old guard there, and through for a single. Move finds he on to 4. 2 for 87 at the halfway stage.
Yes.
Hayes bowled this one, it's a bit shorter.
Great
Koshi's
fielding.
onto
That's
it
a
quickly,
boundary
but it's
save.
well fielded out in the boundary.
Another run added.
Just 1. Last ball of the 11th over. Young Guns 2 for 88. Hay into finds. Oh no!
Boys will have set
He's
their
gone
target
back.
on
It's a
him,
slightly
and they
slower
will-
delivery. Held it back ever so slightly there, Hay. Inside edge just clips the top of the bails for Findsy. Bad luck, but well bowled by Josh Hay. He takes his second wicket. And the Young Guns 3 for 88.
The new batsman will be down at the non-striker's end.
Well, Henry Ford, wicketkeeper,
Miller
comes out
coming
to the
back
crease.
on here. They've been bowling well so far.
As Miller's on to replace Crooks. Miller into Koshi, short, punched off the back foot. Out to mid-off. Just a single there. 84 from 53 balls. Miller and into 40, who's just getting under his first ball and launching it
Hits
over
it.
mid-off.
First ball. Nice shot.
1 bounce for 4. Top shot by Henry Ford. Didn't even get all of it. Three for 93, the Young Guns. Miller in, strikes the body of Henry Ford.
Plays and misses.
Won't be too happy with that. Probably not short enough to go for that pull. Miller in again. 4th ball of the over. Again, it's slightly shorter. Again, 40 having a little bit of trouble.
Swing and a miss.
It's unusual for him. Usually he's quite strong off his legs. As Miller continues, ball number 5. Time 40 takes it over point. There's no one back there.
Great timing.
4
Races
more.
To the boundary for 4.
Well, that's one way to answer. 2 balls into the body, then that third one launched over point. Now his highest score for the Young Guns. Miller in again. 1 straight, 40s across his stumps. Gets it down to backward square leg where Franklin does the fielding.
Good bowling there. Kept them quiet.
That's a single, 10 off the over. 3 for 98, 75 from 48 balls. Could be a tight finish here.
Yep.
A into 40. This one's punched just wide of mid-off, and they're through for a single.
1 more added.
Smart batting here from Henry Ford. That gets Koshi on strike. It's just been tied down a little bit in recent overs.
Yes.
Hayes into him, finds a
The fielder
thick
cuts
outside
that
edge.
one off well.
Flies down to third man. They get a single, and that's the 100 up for the Young Guns. "73 more runs required from 46 deliveries." A into 40. Good short ball. 40 goes after that one. Can't connect. A in once more. Some 40's back. A little bit
No
edgy
getting
there
past that fielder.
with the cut shot. Flies down to third man. One bounce. And it's just a single. Bransden adjusting the field a little bit. A continuing to Koshi. He's on 59. He works this one square of the wicket. McLennan's after it.
One more
And
to the
well
score.
fielded there by McLennan. Good chase from him. Keeps it to 1. Three for 102. Ford on strike on 11. Oh, he's hit this well. Just wide of mid-off. Clears the
Didn't quite
field,
make it
and
the
it's out to the
right-
boundary
one
for
bounce
4.
and 4.
Good finish to the over. As we have Miller continuing from the university end. This one has Koshi working down to fine leg. 3 for 107. Seven overs left, chat. Who have you got to win this game? Could be a tight finish. Miller into Ford. Plays and
The
misses.
batsman in a way lucky not to connect there. He misread that and could easily have found the edge.
Really good bowling there from Miller. 66 from 40 balls. Miller into 40s across his stumps. Playing at that one. There's an appeal. And Pat's given him.
And what a ball!
Oh, I could have sworn that hit him outside the line of off stump.
T20 wicket.
I could have sworn that hit him outside the line of off stump. And if I were you, 40, I'd challenge this one. But no challenge. No challenge from 40. And if I can, I'm just going to force us... Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. To see the big eye. He hasn't reviewed it, but we will take a look at this on Hawkeye. Big in-swinger. Umpire's call on the impact and hitting the stumps. So, I mean, a lot of calls of corruption there from the young guns in the chat.
Is getting ready to face the next ball.
Hawkeye doesn't lie. And umpire's call, unfortunately, goes against him this time. Brings Price out to the
No
crease.
shot offered.
And it's a wide from Miller. Maybe some guilt there from Jess, giving that wide. Miller in once more. Price goes after it, can't connect. They hustle through for a leg by after there's very little action from the old guard fielders.
Doesn't play that one well.
Another run to the young guns total. 4 for 109. Miller bowling well.
Yes.
One straight in it off stump. Koshi works this out to wide long on.
1 run taken.
Just for the single. Oh, a lot of sour grapes there in the chat from the Young Guns captain. As it is, Miller's continuing, finds the edge of Price's bat, lies down to third man, they'll get 1.
A wicket falling in that over.
Price will get off
and
the
not
mark.
many runs from it. The right arm pace bowler is coming
And
into the
Crooks is
attack
coming back
from
into the
pavilion
attack
end.
to replace Hay. Not a great first over from Crooks. See how he goes here, bowling to Price.
Yep.
Finds a leading edge. Get a single.
1 run added.
Koshi back on strike. And at this stage, if they're going to do it, Koshi's going to need to hit a few to the boundary. As he's hit the one straight at Stan, who does well to field, but the batsmen are through for a really quick single. Price was backing up a long way and flew through for that run. All for 113. Crooks in, short, beats Price outside off stump. 60 from 33. This equation is getting quite difficult now. Crooks is in, strikes Price. Maybe a little bit of inside edge into the body. No leg by, so it's a run. 59 from 32. Crooks into Koshi, who's back. Punches it out to the covers. Hayfields, it's a dot ball. Last ball of the over, tidy one so far from Crooks. Koshi hits this one firmly up over extra cover. But Bransden out on the boundary. Fields it on the bounce, keeps it to 1. And that's exactly what the old guard were looking for from Crooks. Keeps it tidy. And with 5 overs remaining, 58 required. Miller into Koshi. Quickly through these overs at the moment, the old guard. Pulled away to backward square leg, and just a single. .57 from 29. Price has the ability to go hard. We've seen it in the past. Miller's struck him this time. There's no appeal. And they're through for a leg bye.
Line of inquiry for the batsman.
Well, we're almost in at least do or die mode here. You'd have to think Kosh should be looking boundary. Miller's in, strikes him on the arm.
Tries to drive that, but mistimes.
Of course, the Young Guns need to win this game to take it to a third match. As Miller's a bit full there, and Koshi's got a lot of it.
Powerful shot. He's certainly
It's up over the boundary. Fielder can't keep inside the field of play. And despite the catch being taken, it's 6 runs. Koshi moves on to 71. 4 for 123, the Young Guns. And Koshi hits this one firmly behind square. Can't quite beat the man who knocks it back in the field of play, and they get back for 2.
They get back for 2.
Has Koshi left this too late? That's the question. He's 73. Miller's into him. He just knocks us into the onside. Last ball of the over. Get the single, so Koshi retains strike.
Relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long
4 overs
way.
to go,
Let's
and
see how they go.
Bransden goes for spin. The old head of Franklin. Koshi on 74. Franklin in, bowls. Koshi swings, misses, and is that a stumping? That's going upstairs. Koshi holds the pose. I think he got back. I'm not sure. Is that foot in the air when McLennan breaks the stumps? I don't know. I can't tell whether it's sliding back or being planted back. Sliding back it is. So quick work by McLennan, but quicker feet by Koshi. Still a dot ball. Franklin in once more. Koshi's round his stumps but can't connect. .22 balls left, 47 runs to win. Franklin in, Koshi hits this firmly up in front of square. Miller does well, picks that up on the bounce. That's been a through for 2 though.
He plays that nicely, gets 2.
Nice running from Price. Koshi moves through to 76. Franklin in once more, full edge behind point. Quickly through for a single.
Get a single.
Direct hit can't stop it. 4 for 129. 44 from 20. Big ask. It's Franklin's into Price. Leading edge. Straight past the bowler. No run. Interesting decision there. Last ball of Franklin's third over. He's 1 for 22 so far. In full, edged. Cut off by short third man. Another dot ball. Oh, these dot balls keep adding up for the young guns. And with 3 overs to go, they really can't afford it. 44 to win. Koshi on strike. Angus Stewart into bowl. This one's short, pulled away on the onside. There's no one back.
And that's 4.
Great placement from Koshi. Good awareness. He moves into the 80s with that. 81 from 48 deliveries. Really has been a match of the openers here. Stewart's in.
No shot on offer.
Wide delivery. Left alone by Koshi. Good judgment.
Just lets that go
And
through.
yep, Pat gives that one.
Called.
4 for 134. Angus is in. Finds the outside edge. Falls safely. Runs down to third man for a single. So 6 off the first 2 balls of this over. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the young guns. 38 from 16 still. Angus into Price. Fine outside edge. Just trickles down to third man. And they'll only get a single.
They get a single.
But again, that brings Koshi back on strike. 37 from 15. Stewart with this field needs to be bowling full and outside off stump.
Yes.
Gets the outside off stump part right. And this one's edged again down to third man. Again, it's
They
another
take a
single. 36 from 14. So, regardless of what happens here, we'll come down to the last over. This one's full and just
Nothing
bunted
the
back to
batsman could have
mid-on.
done better. Great ball.
Just a single. $35 from 13. Koshi on strike. He's on 83. He's the key man here. Stewart into him. He's back. He's pulling. He's pulling hard. Through the gap at mid-wicket.
Solid shot.
Out to the
Goes
boundary for 4. Well, 2 overs left. 31 to win. Franklin to bowl his 4th over. It's into Price. Price hits that high into the leg side. There is a man back. Does it have enough on it? Oh, and he's been dropped.
Oh no, drop.
The batsmen are coming back for 3. Think that's Stewart out there on the boundary. And oh, that could prove crucial. I mean, personally, I'd like to check whether he was over the boundary when he dropped this catch. Let's take a look at this replay. Sailing in the air. And no, just inside the field of play. Did stop 6 though. 28 from 11. Franklin around the wicket. Koshi goes after it, but misses out. Top line by Franklin. Not a lot of flight on that one. 28 from 10. Koshi on 87. Franklin in, bowls full, little edge behind. Must be into the ground before it went into McLennan's gloves. Dot ball's all that matters. 28 from 9 now. Franklin in again. Koshi after it. Can't beat mid-wicket. Two balls left in the over. Nice to see you, Ross, in the chat. Franklin in. Beautiful delivery. Full outside off stump. Beats the bat. And you have to say, Franklin, hats off to him this last over. Final delivery. Full again, edge again into the ground. Well taken by McLennan, and only 3 off it.
Super cap. Given the job here to bowl the last over of the innings.
Plenty of wickets in hand and heading into the final over. Should see some
And
big
Phil
shots.
pass, given the last over. He's coming around the wicket. Oh, and this first one's been edged back onto the stumps.
And ended up knocking it back onto his own stumps. Beautifully bowled.
What a start to the final over. Swinging in from round the wicket. Tough to play. Price misses out. And you'd have to say that should be the game here, as Price goes for 8. Tom Abbott out to bat.
Abbott has their first ball to face here.
And 28 from 5. Tough ask. Pass in. Fish goes hard through the covers.
Superb shot.
Great first ball. But is it too little too late? You'd have to think, as long as Phil doesn't bowl a no ball here. They should be alright. 5 for 149. Pass in. Full. Played out to the covers. It's just a single. That's the 150 up for the young guns. It's not going to be enough. Koshi now with 3 balls to get to his 100. 13 runs required. Full wide and not given. Pass in once more. Short ball this time to Koshi. Pulls it well behind square. And desperate running there. Koshi coming back for 2. Is that going to be a run out? Oh, that's close. Can we see a slower replay, please? Oh, he's going to be short. Oh, he is short. Oh, and that's a tragic way to end the innings for Aaron Koshi,
Can't make it back.
who's batted so well. It's Stefan Borsley out there with a throw from the boundary. Brought in as a specialist fielder for the old guard.
The right-hander is coming into bat at number 8.
Dan Armstrong in at 8. No chance here. It's an outside edge. They come through for the single. Armstrong gets off the mark. And that's the end of the match.
They've taken a comfortable win here. Played really well out there.
Well, it's another win for the old guard. We see Earnshaw's wicket. Sure, he'd love to see that this is the first replay.
That's all the cricket for now. Hope to have more for you soon. But for now, from Mel, James and myself, see you next time.
Well, what a match we had here. The old guard winning the toss, and Dom Bransden deciding to use the wicket first, or at least have a bat first. And it really was the openers who got us out to a hiss and a roar. Let's take a look at the scorecard. 64 put on for that first wicket between Hay and McLennan. And really, both of them explosive out of the gate, but it was McLennan who didn't look back. Just hitting boundary after boundary, really never pausing to take a break, even when the batsman at the other end struggled. Franklin 8 off 12, Crooks 6 off 4, undone by some good bowling. Bransden 2 off 6, struggled as well. And Smith playing a handy role, one which he's played so often for the club. Just doing enough to keep the strike turning over. Added a couple of boundaries off edges late. But they did enough for a 54-run partnership. Unbeaten for that 5th wicket. Seeing St Andrews, or the St Andrews old guard, through to 4 for 172. Take a look at the bowling stats for the young guns. McPherson tidy, took 1 wicket, 1 for 29. Armstrong a little expensive, but again as always a little unlucky. I think there were 3 edges to the boundary in that 38 from his 4 overs. Kathari none for 36, he'll be a bit disappointed. Haynes 2 for 36, started off well but just conceded some runs late. McLennan took a liking to him. Abbott bowled extremely well, 1 for 18 from 3, and Earnshaw just the one over again, none for 10. Not a good innings from him. 2 no balls for the young guns, and that'll be a cause of concern. They didn't really make them pay too much, the old guard, with the free hit, but still a bit of ill discipline. Only 8 extras in total, 4 byes, the 2 no balls, 1 leg bye, 1 wide, so fairly disciplined performance there in terms of extras, but 173 was always going to take a lot of getting. If we now switch over to the young guns, they started off as well with a hiss and a roar, 50 for that first partnership, and Segal and Koshi really battering the ball around, lots of boundaries in those first few overs. But with the introduction of Franklin, just put the brakes on slightly. Getting Segal, Earnshaw struggled, dropped twice, and then third time the charm, caught and bowled Hay, 3 from 12 balls. And his struggles in August continue. Tommy finds new top score for the side, but still 4 from 7, not doing enough. 40 looked good when he was out there, a questionable LBW decision from Miller. Replay showed could have gone either way, umpire's call there with where it hit him. But he was given out, so review would have stood. He didn't even review it. Price again struggled to connect, 8 from 12, and the 2 batsmen not out at the end. Abbott 5 glorious shot over cover, and Armstrong 1 not out. Aaron Koshi, of course, the star, run out in that last over, 88 from 58. Just too much to do by himself. Looking at the old guard bowlers, and again, fairly tidy. Last 4 overs, 1 for 35. Stewart, 3 overs, none for 31, the most expensive of the lot. Franklin, pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 1 for 25. Same figures as Miller. Josh Hay, 2 for 21 from his 3 overs, and Crooks, after an expensive first over, brought it back, none for 13. 4 wides, no balls, no byes, 2 leg byes in terms of extras, so another fairly disciplined performance from them. And as we see here, the old guard winning by 20 runs, go 2-0 up in our Intra-club series. Man of the match, of course, well deserved to Ross McLennan. So congratulations to you, Ross. Alright, on that note, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. We had some spirited engagement in the live chat early on. It calmed down a little bit towards the end. So I'd like to thank you all for participating there. Don't forget, if you haven't already, though I imagine all of you in the chat now are subscribed. If you want to check out more action for the St Andrews side, we do have a couple of league games to have gone up in the last week, so do catch up with those. We're at the halfway stage of our second league season. So halfway through, and I think we're in 2nd place overall. So chasing the leaders, the Queensland Bulls, in that league series. If you'd like to see more games like this, do let me know in the comments. Of course, the Young Guns 2 matches behind in the series, so do we go for a 3-match series, see if the old guard can take a complete whitewash? Or do we have to keep playing until Les's team wins one? You let me know. I'm open to any of this. I really enjoy stuff like this, so thanks everyone. In the meantime, I've been Jim the Editor. Thank you very much for joining me.